back, Arbor League, and today we're going to be taking a look at Rank 1 Defense Shadow Sudowoodo in the Great League. This IV is still not bad overall, but ranked the best out of all the possible IV combinations in the defense category. And with the Rocket event, we've finally been able to TM away frustration. So like and subscribe and turn notifications on, and let's take a look at Rank 1 Defense Shadow Sudowoodo in the Great League. And just to clarify that this is not a true Rank 1 Sudowoodo, but over on Stadium Gaming's Rank Checker, clicking on the defense stat, we see out of all the defense-weighted IV combinations that this one is the Rank 1. So Sudowoodo is not the bulkiest Pokemon, and this one is a Shadow, so hopefully giving him more of a defense stat might help it in some matches. But upon checking the matchups at PvPoke and comparing the IVs between the true Rank 1, the bulk point, and the defense-weighted one here, there are no real specific matches that we rid. Just the ones that we lose a little less. So we're going with Rock Tomb and TRAILBLAZE, the new move, just for fun, guaranteeing the boost on that counter damage while lowering the opponent's attack. So Rock Tomb does have a little bit lower DPE than Rock Slide, Stone Edge, or Meteor Beam, which is probably what you'll want to run, or Earthquake just to go for some coverage, which is why we are running TRAILBLAZE. So we've got a response for Talon in the back, but we are encountered with a Ferrothorn, and this is still okay for us. Their Thunders are still going to hit for neutral. Could be a little dicey if they have Flash Cannon, but they do reveal that they have Thunder, so we can tank one more and still hit back for neutral with these Sky attacks, as Ferrothorn is Grass and Steel type. So still chunking away. Going to build up a little bit of energy here, and I think make a swap pretty soon. We can take one more Thunder here, but the opponent decides to bait with the Power Whip. So able to swap into Slurp Off here, and I just want to get rid of this Ferrothorn. I don't want to use another shield. So we are able to take a Power Whip here as they reveal that they don't have Flash Cannon. We still tank that. So I build up as much energy as I dare and throw the energy ball. I was thinking just, in case something catches here, but is still going to be enough as it's double resisted. It takes out the Ferrothorn, and we are going to lose CMP as we get to the move, but it's still okay with me. I'm going to farm this down with Altaria as we still have some energy in the back and resisting those Incinerates. Talon does not even make a move because there's a Quagsire in the back, and it's debatable that I could have just gone double Sky Attack here, as still need 2 moves to KO Quagsire here. He's still kind of bulky, but we're able to shield up here, and even if they bait, I think we might be able to farm down. They bait, and they're just going to throw right away. Just tells me they didn't make the move, so hopefully this is just another Mud Bomb. Altaria able to tank this, farm down, and take this game. So heading into the next matchup here, we've got Sudowoodo into the Dragonair. Now, I could have built up to the Aqua Tail and Catch, but we're going to straight swap into the Altaria here because I think we outbulk Dragonair, but a Dragonair is very attack weighted here, so I am going to shield up one of these Body Slams. And I don't think I'm going to throw. I think I'm just going to shield the next one, but we're able to actually farm the Dragonair all the way down before they even make a move. They still have 2 shields as Talonflame comes in, so Talonflame kind of bulky as well. The opponent decides to shield up the first one. I don't know why. They could have just maybe farmed all the way down. They do have to shield up one of these just to preserve some health here. So Altaria getting the chipping away at the Talonflame here, and we can just come in with Sudowoodo, but as we saw earlier that the Incinerate still kind of hurt. So they threw a Flame Charge, so this is boosted here, but I think I can still survive whatever this is. They actually go for the Fly. Sudowoodo still able to tank that, and these counters are still adding up on the Sudowoodo, so we will shield up one of these just to preserve some health. They go for the Fly again, and I think this time able to counter all the way down. So Sudowoodo able to come out with 2 moves here, and there's a Grass type in the back, so very bad. That's where we go over this Rock Tomb, lower their attack, as Superior is still pretty bulky, so 2 moves will be needed here. And we are shields down, so I'm kind of glad, but this Frenzy Plant still hurts and hits like a truck. So I'm going to build up as much energy as I dare, not risk the CMP because I know that Slurpuff probably might lose. So we're able to get the Flamethrower off, not quite KOing, and they get outpaced. So we are going down here, but I think we might be able to counter down with the Shadow Sudowoodo. Are we bulky enough to take the Vine Whips? Yes, we are, and Shadow Sudowoodo takes that game. Hopping into the next match here, we're up against a Lantern, which is very bad lead, which is why we got Slurpuff on the safe swap. We're weak to Water and Grass on the lead, so that's why we have Flamethrower and Energy Ball on the safe swap. So the opponent decides to swap out, but we can still go ahead and throw the Energy Ball, try to get that defense drop in as a Carbink comes in. So Carbink still very bulky. I think this is debatable, as I could have shielded this up because we could have made potentially 2 more moves here. So we are going to go down to some rock throws here, but we are getting a shield as we're going down. And I think I'm okay with that, with this Carbink here, because now that we've baited it out, it's a real hard counter to Altaria. Sudowoodo still loses this because the counters are neutral, and Carbink just really bulky here, and we're just getting shredded away. Poor Sudowoodo, but on the bright side, we do have shield advantage here, but we do let a Moonblast go through. Again, maybe a mistake, maybe not. We're able to counter down on 1 HP and a Dream. Shadow Sudowoodo's defense stat kicking in. So able to get this Lantern with a Trailblaze, still not shielding, and we still have 2 shields for Altaria. So this, again, Thunderbolt will still be neutral, and there's a Skarmory in the back, so this is looking pretty tough. Skarmory also resisting everything that we are throwing, but they shield for some reason. So yeah, I am kind of like in the lower ranks, just been having some trouble. I know a couple days this game was very laggy, buggy, glitchy, anything for everyone. So I'm not making any excuses, but anyways, we're getting Steel Wing down here. We do have to shield everything up from this Skarmory. So I have to build up as much energy as I can and maybe wait for a catch. But the opponent's still not catching. The Sky Attack still won't KO the Skarmory as it is resisted. But Altaria able to do some chip damage, maybe catch. And we do on the Sudowoodo. That is clutch because we have a bunch of energy stored on the Altaria. And the question is Lantern in Moonblast range? Altaria is finding out. We can even get the defense drop. Lantern did not make a move, so we don't lose CMP and KO the Lantern and take that game. That one was close, as Lantern would have won CMP. Up against our next match here, we encounter Skarmory on the lead this time, which is not great, because now we are getting absolutely shredded by super effective Steel Wings. Because we are triple weak to Skarmory on the lead, I'm just going to stay in with Sudowoodo, go for this Rock Tomb, and lower Skarmory's attack. Sudowoodo getting the shield from Skarmory, which is pretty good, but because the attack drop, they get a massive farm down on us. So usually behind Steel, there's Water, Dragon, or something weak to Fairy, so I am saving Slurpuff and Altaria for this. Hoping this is not the Brave Bird, just going to be a Sky Attack from the Skarmory, but we are still getting shredded by these debuffed Steel Wings. So hoping to call this, again, it is just going to be the Sky Attack, and we can fire off the super effective Flamethrower and get the second shield or the KO. This will KO the Skarmory from this range, getting the second shield and swapping into Altaria so we don't get farmed down, and the Skarmory makes a move. I will respect the Brave Bird this time. The opponent does full send, and they swap into Mandibuzz, which is really good for us because we can go for this super effective Moonblast. Mandibuzz opting to throw some energy off before the potentially attack drop. Aerial Ace coming through, just chipping away. Altaria able to get this Moonblast off. Moonblast going to be doing a massive amount of super effective damage and the attack drop to Mandibuzz. So Mandibuzz is going to get to a move here. They are going to be firing off the Dark Pulse, but debuffed it does just about as much damage as an Aerial Ace. So we're not able to make another move, but we are going to be able to shield this up because we don't know what's in the back, and they get farmed down. The opponent comes back in with the Skarmory to almost get farmed down and try to catch a Sky Attack on the Lantern, reading this opponent's team like a book, but Moonblast coming through, chipping away on Lantern. So we're going to make a swap here soon, catching a Surf on the Slurpuff. I don't know if this is really going to save us here because we might be in Surf range on the Altaria. Can we make that Moonblast? We go down with the move. Hopping into our last match, we are encountered with a Core Breaker on the lead. None of our Pokemon want to see this. We get outpaced and take super effective damage. So we're going to try to safe swap into Slurpuff here. Try to get something off with this super effective Energy Ball. No shield the Rock Weather Ball, but I forgot they have Scorching Sand, so that really hurts. And they swap into Tentacruel, so going to try to get off 2 of these neutral Energy Balls here and go for the debuff, but we do not get it, and we do not get that second Energy Ball either. So at least Sudowoodo here resists the Poison Jabs, but Tentacruel does get to this Scald pretty quickly. I don't know how much it does, so I will shield just to preserve some health. So Tentacruel throwing the Scald, not getting the debuff. So we're going to try to throw the Trailblaze here for some neutral damage and try for a shield. Sudowoodo getting the boost, but I think we're going to try to catch a Scald, and we do successfully. So hopefully this is not the Acid Spray or Blizzard. It is just the Scald, no debuff, and a Hippowdon comes back in, which is still not good because we get outpaced. So this Dragon Breath damage is very valuable here. We will get outpaced, have to shield the next Weather Ball. So we're going to throw the Sky Attack here, try to get their final shield. So Hippowdon will shield, and we are able to not get to this next Sky Attack, but I will shield here because this Weather Ball will take us out because of Altaria's flying type. I know that they have two. This new Sand Attack does charge extremely quickly here, but I think we might be able to counter down with the Sudowoodo. This Sand Attack is super effective. Do we counter down? Yes, we do. So maybe if that Tentacruel comes in, I should not have thrown there because that Tentacruel was dry. So I could have countered down and come out with close to 2 moves because a Gallade comes in and we just simply get outpaced. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make the Trailblaze here. This Gallade will take us out as that Psycho Cut charges extremely quickly. So going 3-2, but really we would have won that last one. So this is a Sudowoodo video, so we are calling that a Pseudo 4-1. So we are going Pseudo 4-1 with Sudowoodo in the Great League, everyone. Applaud, yay, we did it! A little bit of spicy moveset, just trying new things out. I mean, I don't think Trailblaze really added anything to Sudowoodo. You may as well run Earthquake, you know, for the lanterns, because you won't survive 2 surfs anyways. But the defense stat did help it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're enjoying the content, leave a comment and tell me what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It really helps me out, keeps me in the algorithm, and lets you know when I post, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you again, everyone, so much for watching. I've been ArborAndy. Keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll see you buds in the next one.